Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 17th episode of Setting the Benchmark. So I am so excited. Okay, you can tell me, Shubo, you're always excited. But today I'm extra excited because I am going to interview a gentleman who has literally transformed his life, personal, professional. We listen to his story, very inspiring. So my name is Shuvo. I am the CEO of Success Zante. We are the knowledge partner for this event. Would like to thank Lien K Design for their support in creating all the marketing material and making this event a success. Now, Benchmark is the best chapter in Sri Lanka. As I always say, I didn't say it. The BNI main body said it consecutively for last 3 years. And we have our members are the one who makes us the way we are as a chapter, the best chapter. So today we have one of our we actually call ourselves the Benchmark family. So I have the privilege to interview one of the very close family member, I would say, in BNI. And so today is all about inner self, inner peace. It's all inside. When I say it's all inside, in the sense, it's all about your mental peace. Trust me, at the end of the session, you'll be in a different zone. Last week we had the external factor, right? The physical exercise, and so Tisha was brilliant. Today we brought you another member who for this gentleman, everything is all about inner self, right? So, before I start, let me give an introduction to this lovely gentleman. So, now he's a life transformation and law of attraction manifestation coach. Now, in this category, this is the first ever category in BNI Sri Lanka. We have this category, very unique. He's a very active speaker and engages in inspiring people via topics such as self-discovery, finding purpose and passion for life, happiness and fulfillment. And yes, he has a history of energy healing, crystal healing, and teaching the Japanese art of healing Reiki, alongside mindfulness, guided meditation, and energy movement through Tai Chi and Qi Gong related practices. As an artist, by the way, he's a brilliant artist. Lien uses his creative skills to help people heal through art created in alignment with his spiritual practices such as Reiki healing. Now, Lien possesses an exceptional talent to help his clients heal holistically, shift their mindset, and renew their belief system to live with purpose and passion. Now, whatever I have read out, it might look like I read out, but this gentleman really believes in it and he makes it happen. And so today I have the privilege to interview Lien Kirtisinga. Good evening, Lien.
Hi, Shu. Good evening.
Good evening.
So everyone else.
So welcome to Setting the Benchmark. So Lien, black and white, right? You're white, I'm wearing black. So this is like a yin and yang, right? Right. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you this evening with us. Okay, I always ask what is your entrepreneurial journey, right? That's my first question. But today I'm going to start in a different way. Can you share with the audience? Very first time when we see each other, what was going in your mind at the very first time at Galadari when we met? Can you share with the audience?
So actually, correction. I don't think it was Galadar. It was at Cinnamon Lakeside.
Sorry. Cinnamon Lakeside. Yes, sorry. Galadari was later. Yes. Correct. Yes.
So I get my first introduction to a forum called BNI, apparently where business people meet and they help each other to grow each other's business. So, when you hear something like that, you're naturally skeptic. So I walk in to see a set of unfamiliar faces. The person who introduced me was also not in that room. So I'm just warming up to people, getting to know everyone, and walks in this African looking gentleman with a beautiful Sri Lankan lady. So I look at them, and so I'm just trying to figure out what's happening, right? A business forum, helping each other. There are a lot of, scams to everything going on. So I look at this African looking gentleman, and I think this is definitely one of those Nigerian scam things that is going on. So that was my first impression, but I did not realize that I would get to know this gentleman. I would get to know that he's not African. He's Bangladeshi, married to a beautiful Sri Lankan lady. And I did not expect that he would be a part of my transformation journey. And I owe it to you, Shuvo. So thank you very much. That was my first impression. Definitely, you should not judge a book by the cover.
Great. I still, every time it cracks me up. Every time I listen to the story, I imagine myself in front of a computer and asking for the credit card numbers from everybody. But thank you very much for sharing that. But it has been an amazing journey knowing you, Lien, for last 3 years, and I saw you transform your life. You said that I'm responsible. Actually, I always say not me. You took action. That's why you're here today. So my first question. Okay, this is my second question now. So tell us about your entrepreneurial journey, how it has been.
Right. So thank you, Shuvo. So talking about my entrepreneurial journey, I go back to 2009. That was the time where I resigned from a dialogue and took the VRS. I took resigned from the dialogue, and around that time, I really had this dying desire to be my own boss. Because when you work for someone else, even if it's a good organization, big organization, the pressure that you get and everything, and then it comes to a point where you feel like, what, I need to do my own thing. So that's the time I started trying, right? So the entrepreneurial bug got into me. I started thinking a lot. I started going to my drawing board. I tried to find out my skills, my passion, my capabilities. What can I do? What can I sell? So all that journey started there. But from that time until another 10 years, 2019, I did so many things and I tried, but I could not become that entrepreneur that I wanted. But I have to tell anyone who is listening to this talk, who has dreams like that, who wanted to become an entrepreneur, it does not come easy. Sure. Because I remember within those 10 years, I learned skills on my own. I had many sleepless nights. In fact, towards the end of that journey, when I absolutely knew what I had to do, I had 6 months at a stretch where I used to come home by around 7 o'clock and work till 3 o'clock in the morning. And most of the time, I fall asleep on my laptop. I wake up at 6 o'clock, go to work at 7 o'clock. And it came to a point where my body could not handle as well. So that journey that built me up to the person who could form a company did not come easily. So that's one lesson that I have to give to anyone who's listening. It won't come easy. You need to have your passion, your dedication, your drive, and the attitude that you are ready to do whatever it takes to achieve your dream. But still, for all, I couldn't become that entrepreneur. Why? Because I had a lot of limiting beliefs. I had a lot of things that was, voices in my head saying enough and more reasons why I couldn't become a entrepreneur. So it's around that time I got introduced to this wonderful forum called BNI, Business Network International. It was too good to be true. I was a senior manager. I was a general manager in a well-known company at that time, and I was really enjoying. So I started representing that company at BNI. That's how I took membership to represent that company. And the 1 year that I spent at BNI helped me associate 50 business owners who had big hearts, because at BNI we believe in the concept called givers gain, and everyone was willing to give, not only in terms of business but in terms of knowledge, in terms of advice, in terms of mentorship. And that association with that 50 business people, daily hanging out with them, cracking jokes, learning from them, doing things, seeing how they take risks, helped me to complete my final stage of being able to take that leap of faith. And there was this one day I said, you know what, with the support of BNI, with the support of this wonderful 50 ladies and gentlemen who are running their own businesses, I would never fail. And with that confidence, I handed over my resignation and I said, I'm going to resign by this day. I gave a 6 months notice. I didn't have to, but I gave a 6 months notice because understanding my capabilities, and started spending that 6 months that I told you, which I ended up awake till 3 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to build my business to a level. So when I started, I wasn't starting from zero. And by I think by the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I started my own business, and from that day onwards, I've never turned back. That was the best decision I've ever took in my life, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you and all the other wonderful people that I met at BNI.
Great. Wow, thank you very much. I still remember the day where, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I still remember the day that you came and mentioned that so I'm doing this, and I'm gonna become my own boss. I still remember the day, and then and you shared in the forum, and everybody was like, okay, how can we support? Brilliant, great. So my next question: what is law of attraction? If you can share it with the audience.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. Law of attraction is a doctrine. It's a science that has been proven over the decades. It's a system which attracts like to like, right? So similar things gets attracted together. So the system talks about how your thoughts, how your feelings, how your emotions emits a certain vibration which helps you to attract things of the same nature. So in an essence, if I say, if you have positive thoughts, positive feelings, this science allows you to attract things of the same frequencies, being positive things, positive people, positive circumstances. And similarly, if you have negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative emotions, it also attracts negative people, negative circumstances, and negative things in your life. So this is a system. Once you understand, you can actually use it for your benefit to attract what you like, attract what you truly desire, as well as repel what you do not want to be attracted. Thus, aligning your life and creating that perfect life, the dream life that you actually have always been desiring. So, in a nutshell, this is what law of attraction is.
Great. So, where does this now? Okay, but we live in a society, right? I mean, obviously, we interact with other human beings, obviously, right? So, how do you keep away from negativity? How do you do that?
Uh,
And law of attraction, does it help?
That's actually a very good question, Shuvo, because life is an emotional roller coaster, right? Life is a roller coaster itself. You can't say, I only want the good things. You constantly have all the bad things happening. So naturally, whether it's me, you, or anyone else, we are destined to go through cycles of negative emotions, negative thoughts, positive thoughts. We can't stop them. But study of law of attraction and understanding the universe, and changing the way I believe things, changing my mindset, changing my belief system has helped me, and it can help anyone else as well, to come to a level where you are so mindful about yourself. When negative emotions come, you can be so alert, you can identify them and then do something about it, so you overcome it. Because what usually happens is, when we have negative emotions, we don't know
Hmm.
we have got a negative emotion. We just flow with the emotion and react to it,
Yeah,
right?
it is
That
so
this happens
difficult, right?
because
It
it
is so
is so
difficult to
difficult.
distinguish. Yeah. So, how do you do
Absolutely.
that?
So basically, it comes through practice, it comes through mindfulness, right? Whether it's meditation or whether it's some other technique. Once you start becoming aware about your thoughts and emotions, you get the power to identify what kind of an emotion I'm having. I have seen many a time where you talk to some good people, sometimes good friends, and they snap at you. Why?
Hmm,
Because it's
hmm.
not something that you said, because it's their state of mind, right? Maybe they were handling an issue, maybe they were tormented by a thought that they were struggling. So when you're in a delicate situation like that, even if you're, the most loving person comes and talks to you, chances are you snap at them. Now that is when they're unconscious about their mind. So the whole key is to come into a conscious state where you are so mindful. Anything happens, you know what it is, right? Sometimes a person can have a slight headache. You don't even realize you have a headache because the headache is so slight. But throughout the day, they get so annoyed and irritated and agitated, not knowing what's going on. But something happens in the workplace, you can snap at your boss even and say something that you can't pull back. But when you
Right.
really stop and think what really happened to me, they realize, oh my God, I've been having this headache. I didn't even realize it. And I was irritated because of that. Now, this is what happens when people are not mindful.
Mm, got it. Wow. I mean, that's so true. But having upset with boss, I mean, that is, I don't know whether that's very common or not. But at home, of course, yeah, my wife is there, so don't know how to define that. so, so okay. So when it comes to law of attraction, so if you can define it a bit, like, okay, what is the
Absolutely.
scientific something called? What I heard is there's something called vibration. So how does that work? If you can share it with the audience,
Okay. So this is
because
this is a
honestly speaking, Lian, when we talk about law of attraction, people think that it's some sort of a voodoo, or some
yeah,
people
yeah,
think like
absolutely,
that, right? Am
absolutely,
I correct?
absolutely,
Am I correct? So if you
absolutely,
can
absolutely.
talk about the science behind it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for asking that question. So basically, when a lot of people who have no clear idea think law of attraction is hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo kind of a thing, right? It's some kind of a magic. It is not. It is based on science, and I will tell why I say so. But before that, I want to say law of attraction is a law of nature. If you believe in gravity, right, whether you like it or not, gravity is in force right now. Similarly, law of attraction is also a law of nature just as much as gravity, and it is in force right now for you, for me, and for anyone who's watching this, right? Law of attraction is currently working, and it's attracting and repelling things for us, right? Let me tell you how law of attraction works scientifically. So
Hmm.
law of attraction works on, like you said, frequencies and vibrations, right? Now, let me go to quantum physics to explain this, but I will try to make it as simple as possible for everyone's
Yes,
benefit.
yes,
We
brilliant.
are
That would be
made out
nice.
we are made out of energy, right?
Be-
Quantum physics
because
clearly says so.
sorry, yeah, because when you say quantum physics, I got a bit scared. So just make it simplified for us.
Absolutely,
Okay.
right? So even in science, right? Let's leave the label quantum physics aside. It sounds fancy, but then again, even in science, now we have proven that all matter, including us humans, are made out of energy. Right now, if you take a super microscope and look at ourselves, even flesh, blood, or even a table or whatever, everything is made out of atoms, right? Protons, neutrons, electrons, and so on and so forth. Now, these atoms are energy particles. And what happens is these energy particles vibrate so fast. When it vibrates so fast, it creates this illusion of matter, right? Although I can touch myself and I can feel a hard surface, that is because a bunch of atoms are vibrating so fast. I will give you an example to understand how it works. Have you seen in the Dalanda Maliga or Noora Perahara, when you go,
Mhm.
you get these guys who spin the fire, right?
Yes, yes, I've seen it. Yes,
Just two balls of fire at the end of the stick. But when they spin it so fast, you can see a circle, right? But does that
circle.
circle
Yes,
exist? The
correct.
circle does not exist. So similarly, these atoms, these energy particles around us are vibrating so fast, it seems like it's matter, it's tangible, but everything is made out of energy. So when everything is made out of energy, so is our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions. Now, when you look at certain sciences, when people create machines to see a person's aura, people understand this a little bit. So based on your thoughts and emotions, there is an aura around you, different colors. Different colors actually means different frequencies, right? So there are two types of emotions and feelings, thoughts and feelings, the positive and the negative, right? Positive thoughts and feelings and emotions are the good ones, like love, kindness, compassion, care, all kinds of good ones. Then the other end of the spectrum, the negative thoughts, emotions are hatred, vengeance, disappointment, and all kinds of negative emotions, right? So we
Right.
go through these positive and negative emotions on a daily basis. And what
Oh
happens
yeah.
is depending on what we feel, right, there's a vibration that emits, right, whether it's positive or negative, right? And
Right, right.
even this positive and negative is a spectrum, so there are various types of frequencies that emits from us. Now, before telling you the rest of it, I want to take you to grade 8 science class, right?
Okay. Okay. Sure.
So for those who remember this, there is an instrument called the tuning fork,
Physics or
right?
chemistry?
Science.
Phys-
Grade 8
Science.
had
Oh,
only
okay.
science. Yes,
Oh,
right?
science. Okay. Oh, yes,
So
yes.
there is this metal instrument called a tuning fork, a metal rod,
Yeah,
right,
yeah. Right, right.
with a fork kind of a thing, which has a certain frequency, right? A frequency, for those who don't know, means the number of times an item can vibrate per second. So depending on that, everything has a frequency. So this tuning fork has a frequency. So now, for those who love music, the C major note has a frequency of 256 hertz. Similarly, when you take this tuning fork and hit it somewhere, it starts vibrating based on its frequency, and there's a sound that emits. Now, the science experiment is you take two tuning forks with the same frequency, not different frequencies, but the same frequency. You hit one, let it vibrate, and you hold it closer to the other, and the other one starts vibrating and emitting that sound automatically. Now, the two has not touched each other, it just plays next to each other. Now, this thing that happens is called resonance, right?
Mm,
Resonance is the same technology that is used by FM radios to capture a sound and let us listen, right? So
mm,
when you tune the radio, you change the frequency, and moment it resonates with a certain frequency, let's say it's 99.9, it captures that sound and makes us hear. I'll give you two more examples for everyone to understand. This is the same concept behind operatic singers breaking glass. What they do is they keep on raising their voice until their voice frequency becomes equivalent to the frequency of glass. All matter has a frequency, right? Then what happens is the glass starts resonating at the same frequency because you've matched it, and there comes a point where the glass as a matter cannot bear that vibration. That's why it
mm.
breaks. The last
Right.
example, this would help people to seal the deal and make it really understood, right?
Sure.
It happens in your microwave oven. So the microwave oven, what happens is the microwaves that is emitted into your food has the frequency of water particles, right? So what happens is all food items have water particles inside them, whether it's liquid water or ice. And what happens is, when, because it's the same frequency, the water particle starts vibrating inside the food item or inside the microwave. And we know what happens when things rub together. You rub your palms together, there's a heat generated, right? Similarly, when the water particles vibrates together, it generates heat, and that's how your food is heated. So similarly, I think there's enough science right now. So
Yes. Oh my
similarly,
God.
when
Yes.
we send out frequencies based on our thoughts and emotions, it resonates with other people, things, and circumstances with same frequencies, and starts attracting to our life, to us, right? So
Right.
this is the same concept that is used in law of attraction, saying if you want something, start manifesting it. And
Mm,
manifestation has certain techniques that you follow. So you
right.
learn how to manifest something, so you emit that frequency, so you can attract what you truly discover. This is the
Wow.
science behind law of attraction.
Damn, man, that was really to the core. Thank you very much. I mean, there's so much of clarity on that. Yeah, I've gone to my eighth grade and then come back with an answer. Thank you so much. I mean, it's actually since we cannot see it, the impact we don't understand until and unless it really happens. So that means when you consciously see it, that will have a different impact, right? So
Absolutely.
okay, you use the word manifestation, right? Manifestation means making your
Yes.
dream into reality, right? So then
Yes.
some people cannot manifest. So why is that?
Okay. So, see, even when I started reading books, I started looking at videos. But what happens is, I mean, there's an amazing amount of knowledge out there, but sometimes
Yeah.
people get confused because different authors, different speakers say different things. So even for me, I
Mm,
had to research for a couple of years and actually put myself out there, test certain things and figure it out myself. And that, I would say, that's my success, because I didn't stick to a book, I didn't stick to a video, but I did my own research, and that's the best way to learn anything, right?
Hmm.
So when people manifest, there are certain mistakes that people do, right? I can maybe say about 5 6 7 off the cuff right now. Number
Right.
one is, people think law of attraction or manifestation is something that they do when they want it. Sure,
So
that's
Leon,
wrong.
let's be very specific. Let's have three. Then we can three manifestation, three
Okay.
ways. You said say 6 7. No? Let's do three.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Number one is, people think law of attraction is something that you do. That's wrong at the core itself, because right now, this very moment, sure, you and I are both manifesting something. We don't know what it is.
Hmm.
Think, just close your eyes and think, what kind of thoughts, emotions, feelings do you have in you right now? You are manifesting that. If you are feeling good, you are naturally attracting good things to you right now. If you are
Correct.
feeling crap, you are
Right.
attracting a whole lot of negative stuff. So,
But definitely, I'm feeling good. That's for sure. No doubt about
so
it.
that's my first message to people. Don't think law of attraction is something that you sit in a corner, arrange a time and do for 5 minutes. No, you are manifesting every single second. So
Hmm.
the secret is changing your mindset, changing your belief systems, changing how you feel to a constant positive vibration. So you become a beacon of positivity, right? So this
Right.
journey,
Got
if
it.
there's one thing this journey has given me, it's to become a beacon of positivity, right?
Okay.
So that's
Brilliant.
number one. Number two is incorrect manifestation techniques, right? So when you take manifestation techniques, there are so many different things. I've seen world-renowned people saying law of attraction is not true, purely because they think law of attraction is just closing your eyes and thinking a thought. If that's true, I should be able to close my eyes and say, money, 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 money. I want cash, I want cash, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. And I should be landed with $1 million. It does not work like
Right.
that.
That
There
would
are
have been
techniques.
very good, no?
Then we all should be rich, right? There are certain
Right.
techniques to follow. So what I do is, when I work with my clients, I take them through closed eye guided visualization process, where I get them to use all their senses and put them in a vibration where they actually truly start emitting out the frequency of what they want to attract. So there are different techniques that you need to use. I mean, if I take time to explain the techniques, we won't have enough time. But as
Yeah.
reason number two, I would say it's because people use incorrect manifestation techniques. So I need to be very kind to all the people who are listening. Just because you read in a book and you think you understand, do not think that's how you manifest. There's a lot
Hmm.
of research that needs to be done. There's a lot of advice and guidance you have to take from someone who has manifested and received something, so you can actually get the correct way of manifesting.
Hmm.
And
So then the third one. Third one. You said two.
uh, people don't know how to receive,
Yes. Ah, okay.
right? Asking
But
is one thing.
even though
So
you said, even though you said people don't know how to receive, it may sound very simple, but it's very
absolutely,
powerful, very profound,
absolutely,
actually. Yeah.
absolutely,
Go
absolutely,
ahead.
very true, very true. Sure, it's very profound. Think of universe or God above as your father who loves you so much, who's listening to your request, right? And you are emitting out a frequency saying, I want this. But sometimes when the universe gives you what you are asking for, you are not ready to take it. Why? Limiting beliefs, because people don't think they are good enough, people don't think that they deserve enough, right? And people
Hmm.
think this is too good to be true. Maybe there's something behind it, because you have no idea. When it comes to you, it's definitely not the way you plan, right? Sometimes you might manifest for a luxury car. You might want to win a lottery so you could buy the car. Maybe you might get a better job where one of the perks is a supercar, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes you might want some money. You might manifest for a certain amount of money. You might expect to win the lottery, but that's definitely not how you're getting it. Maybe it's a different way. So universe decides how to give it to you, right? And when it gives it to you, people have these limiting beliefs. Then the fact that they feel that they don't deserve enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready to receive, and this is too good to be true kind of feelings. So when it comes energetically, when you are not ready to receive, you repel it and you lose that opportunity. It's like someone is trying to give you something and you're looking away because you think maybe this is too good
Yeah.
to be true, right? So like you
Yes.
said, as much as it sounds very simple, allowing and receiving is a bigger part of law of attraction as much as learning how to manifest. And this is one
Yes.
of the places where people really miss out, because belief system and everything works on that, and without the belief system, law of attraction, you can't make use of it.
Brilliant. Wow. Very nice. Thank you very much for giving that three valuable tip how to manifest whatever you want, right, in life. Of course, when I say whatever you want, I know in BNI we have to be specific, because specific is terrific. I understand. But if you have something in mind, you want to make it reality, that's how you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, in conversation with Lien Kirtisinger, the transformation specialist, law of attraction specialist, and manifestation specialist. So three in one. So if you have any question, this is your opportunity to go ahead and ask. We will and he will definitely comply. Okay, now we have a lot of entrepreneurs watching this. So my question to you: is entrepreneurship a spiritual game?
Is entrepreneurship a spiritual game?
Yes.
In my opinion, sure, it's absolutely a spiritual game. I think a person can play it spiritually or unspiritually, non-spiritually. But if you really want success, business has to be a spiritual game. I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
What is spiritual? Spiritual is something related to spirit and soul, not just material and physical stuff. That's what the
So
definition
hold on,
means.
just to clarify, you're not talking about the spirit which comes in a bottle, no, right? Uh,
Absolutely
just
not.
sorry.
I'm not talking about
Okay, okay,
spirits.
okay,
No,
okay.
I'm talking about no, I'm talking
Just
about
wanted to
anything
clarify.
related to, yeah. And also,
Okay.
I'm not talking anything about religion as well, because sometimes when people
Yes.
hear the word spiritual, they think it's religion. This is nothing
Yes.
to do with
Correct.
spiritual. I
Right. Right.
believe this is a spiritual game, because when you are spiritual, when you are running a business at a spiritual level, you know what do you focus on? You focus
Mhm.
on how can I give more to others? How can
Right.
I do more for others? How can I give with a purpose? So what you do, the business you do goes beyond just a transactional value. Then it becomes
Mhm.
about what you can give and not only about what you can get. What happens in most cases for all the entrepreneurs who are watching out there is business becomes a very cutthroat game. Tough times like that makes you feel like I need to get something before anything. But ladies and gentlemen, when you are trying to get, things starts going away from you. But when you try to give genuinely, purposefully, you can get more. And you need to focus on things like how can I fall in love with the clients and create a beautiful relationship which goes beyond the transactional value. Now just imagine, if that's what you are doing, wouldn't your customers love you more? Would your customers adore you more? Would your customers go away? So always focus on giving more than the value. Now this has happened to me as well, right? Sometimes when you do your costing, you're like, oh my god, I'm giving so much value, maybe I need to increase my price. Don't go beyond along those lines. Always focus on how can you give more value to the price that you are giving, because if that's the case and if you're genuinely doing it, you will get more business, right? And you will get plenty if you give much more than what you receive. And this has been the ethos of BNI as well, right? Givers
Yes.
gain. And if
Correct.
you do
Correct.
that, if you genuinely do that, if you genuinely give more in any business that you do, you will have much more than money. That is where the real success coming. So what is this much more than money? More, in addition to the profits that you will have, in addition to the money that you will attract, you will have an incredible meaning for your life. You will be able to live it purposefully. You will be able to live with fulfillment, where you would be truly blessed. And I would like to end answering this question by one thing that our friend Tony Robbins always say: the secret to living is giving.
Is
So
giving.
make your business a spiritual game and always focus on how can I give more and do more for others. And everything
Exactly.
else
Thank
will
you so
follow.
much. Thank you so much, Lian. So since you bring in Tony, so Tony always believe in raving fans, right? So all
Agree.
his participants are raving fans. So definitely, you the more when you deliver more than the value, what is expected, obviously you will create raving fans, right? Great. So next question. Okay, yeah, next question. So your venture, Success Cocoon, right? Tell us
Yes.
about Success Cocoon and what is it about? What are you doing through this, and how are you impacting life?
Right. So we established Success Cocoon, me and my partner Lakmali. We are two people who think the same way. We want to transform lives. We want to help people, and we share that as a common passion. So we set up Success Cocoon truly to help people transform their lives. And I believe true transformation starts within, because when you change the mindset, when you change your belief system, when you break through your limiting beliefs, when you change the way you get up and start thinking every day, that's where true change happens. Now if you listen to people like Joe Dispenza, you hear this a lot, right? A lot of people wake up in the morning and do the same things every day. They go through the same motions and emotions every day, and sometimes negative things, what you are trapped in past, you bring all these things into your life when you start the day. And when you do that, how can you change your life? So at Success Cocoon, we help people to understand that the true transformation happens here, and we help them to change their mindset. And we don't just stop there. We have multiple types of programs focusing on different verticals of life. As much as we give the mindset change, we give them tools, strategies, formulas, equations, or whatever, where they need tangible help to make those changes in life. So you get the mindset or the emotional part, you get the practical know-how, and two other things that we strongly believe in is accountability and support. Because sure, there are enough and more times, even you and me, we've gone to the gym, we've signed up for a gym, gone for a couple of days,
Yes.
and because there's no friend to hold us accountable. When we have a friend, he drags us when we feel lazy. So all our programs actually have a 30-day, minimum 30-day accountability program, where we stick with the client and follow through with them to make sure they take action. They do things what we learn in the program. So we don't leave them just like that. We go through that journey with them. And where the support comes is we make them a part of a community, a like-minded community, who will inspire each other, grow with each other, share stories, answer each other's question. So we call this the e-pass model, which is a trademark registered model that we have created. E stands for emotional, where all the mindset change comes. P stands for practical know-how, where the tools and strategies comes. A stands for accountability that we provide, and S stands for support. So we built all our programs on this e-pass model to help people transform their lives. That's what we do.
Wow. Brilliant. So what are the programs? What are the verticals?
So we have five programs running right now. One is Law of Attraction and Manifestation, through which we help people to change their life in any department that they're stuck in. You might be stuck in your relationships, in your finance, in your business, in your career, in your spiritual life, wherever it is. We help you to transform your life, understanding how Law of Attraction works, so you can manifest your dream life. Then number two is personal branding, because we strongly believe that as entrepreneurs, especially, we want the world to see us in a particular way. And most often, this communication is distorted because people don't have an idea about personal branding. So we help people to learn how to brand themselves properly and show it to the rest of the world, so they can actually reach their success faster than they anticipate. Number three is where you find financial abundance, financial freedom through financial mastery, where once again, law of attraction and a whole host of tools and strategies we bring onto the table. And last but not least, we bring weight loss through physical mastery, because we believe achieving anything in life is not good enough if you don't have your physique, if you don't have your health, if you don't have the right energy, if you don't have the right immunity, right? So as much as you want to achieve everything outside, you need to focus on inside and become that person who has that vibrant energy, vibrant thoughts, healthy as you can be, energetic as you can be, with your immunity boosted where you don't fall sick. And as well as why we call it weight loss through physical masteries, we see this problem now that there is pandemic as well. A lot of people are getting obese and unhealthy and unfit day by day. So that program focuses 60 to 70% on weight loss and the balance on physical mastery. And the unique thing about this program is we give 100% money back guarantee to people with a promise saying, if you do what we tell you to do, your success is guaranteed. And the only reason why you wouldn't lose weight is only if you actually do not follow through. So these are the four programs that we target individuals. Then the other thing is we work with corporates to help their employees to become more motivated, to work cohesively, to become more productive through a series of workshops. So for them, what we do is we don't have mastermind programs or master classes, just 1 hour or 1.5 hours a month, but we meet them every month across 12 months, right? So we have frequent interactions and chances where we speak to them and we give them very entertainment based educational topics. So like edutainment, where over a time period they become more positive, they start thinking positively, they start thinking productively. So we bring that mindset shift to the corporates as well.
Brilliant! Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that's what corporates are always looking for, right? So that individuals can perform independently. So brilliant. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I just shared the social media handle on the chat. Please go ahead. Success Cocoon is in Instagram, in Facebook, and in LinkedIn. Please go ahead and like the page and look out for whatever the upcoming program. Please go ahead and join. Definitely, it will be transformative. Now, Lien, okay, Chaturanga is saying meeting the right person at the right time will be a life-changing situation. It's the right time and the right person, Lien Kittisinger. Okay, is here to cheers. So he gave a positive comment on
Okay.
your
Thank you very much,
presentation.
Chandra.
Thanks, Chaturanga. Thank you so much. He's always been encouraging, always, all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, this is your opportunity to go and ask. Okay, get your internal strength, internal law of attraction, manifest the dream you want to manifest, and then make it reality. This is your opportunity. Okay, my next, probably this is the last question, is okay. Yes. So if you can share with us 3 tips you would like to give to the audience, to take their life to the next level. I understand your program would take some time, but something from that, day in, day out, we can utilize that will help us to take our life to the next level and become a better version of ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sure. The way I see becoming successful is a easy equation if you do these 3 things, right? Number one is be good, do good, and see good, right? Become a righteous person who always
Repeat that. Clear. Repeat that.
be good,
Repeat.
do good, and see good,
Wow,
right?
brilliant.
So you become a good person, you do good things, and you see good in others as well. And I would say that is the step number one to become a person who starts attracting success. Because when you become a good person, there's no reason why success doesn't get attracted to you. You don't have to work hard, right? Because you become that positive beacon which attracts success. And sure, number two would be developing a belief system that everything happens for the best, right? If there's one huge transformation that has happened in my life is the fact that I've started believing that everything happens for the best. Now when you say everything happens for the best, you need to be ready to believe like that even when the biggest disaster happens to you. It could be an accident, it could be a loss of a life, it could be a loss of a partner, it could be a betrayal, whatever it is. If you can develop a mindset to believe that everything happens for the best, you become a person who can start celebrating all the bad things that happens to you. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, if you become a person who can celebrate all the bad things that happens to you in any circumstance, that also changes you completely, that makes you more positive, that actually makes you a magnet to all the good things that happens to you. You know why? Because you would not have all those bad feelings, right? Naturally, you start seeing the glass half full, you start seeing good in everything. Even if, let's say, you lose your phone, you're not going to cry over it. You're going to think, okay, if there's one positive thing that can come out of it, what could it be, right? And you make up your mind, and that positive energy itself starts attracting things to you. So that is number two. It's not easy, as I say, but unless you try, you can't get there. It's a journey. Number three is invest in yourself to grow. And I think, sure, you also truly believe in this. If you really
Yes.
want to be successful, you need to start investing in yourself, right? Because
Yes.
there's this beautiful thing that I learned from one of my friends. She said, what got us to this point in life, no matter how successful you are, what got us to this point in life is all the things that you did in the past, right? So all the things that you did in the past only got you up to now, although it's a good place. Which means if you want to go the next 10 miles to your success, you can't be doing the same things, because those things only got you so far. So you need
Right.
to do different things. You need to start investing in yourself, and self development is something that you truly have to do, because unless you start growing your skills and your knowledge, and especially the way you think, success would not get attracted to you. Because when I started thinking differently, when I started investing in self development, Shuo knows my story. First time I spent on self development, I cried, because that was not the money that I had in hand. I had to pay that amount for 18 months, right? But that did not stop me there. I kept on investing more and more. And more you invest in yourself, more you push yourself, more success you will attract. So, once again, summarizing the three for everyone's benefit: number one is be good, do good, say good. Number two is develop a belief system where you start believing everything happens for the best, so you can celebrate all the bad things that happens to you. And number three is invest in yourself to grow, whatever the way. Every month, every year, consciously invest in yourself to grow your skills, knowledge, your capability, and your mindset. I think, sure, if
Brilliant.
anyone does these three things, success is guaranteed.
I totally agree. Brilliant. Thank you so much. I mean, that last 3 points is like a gem, what you shared. And this is definitely, if you do actually forget about three, you take only one, right? Invest on yourself. That itself can take you to the next level, right? Yes. And so let's, okay. Glenn D. Fry, she's saying that's so true. How do I join? Okay. So he's asking, how do they join the program? Do you have any program coming up?
Yes, so we are right now in the making of the Law of Attraction Masterclass and the Personal Branding Masterclass.
Okay.
Glenn, you can visit my
Uh,
website, www.successcocoon.com. Send us a
Lian,
message.
the personal branding is done by who? Is it by you
So
or
the
Lakmali?
personal branding is done by Lakmali and myself both.
Okay. Okay.
So as you know, I'm a brand strategist because I've
Yeah.
been doing Lien
Actually, that's
designing.
the
So
reason. That's the reason I asked you.
So I'm bringing all that wealth of knowledge from what I used to apply into companies, now applying into a person, right? Because businesses are not the only things that needs to be branded. It's branding yourself as well. Glenn, if you are listening, please get in touch with me. I will give you more information on the programs, and would definitely love to have you on board.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Lian, for your time, and I am so happy. I think this is the first time we had this kind of discussion, right?
Absolutely.
And then it's so inspiring to see the way you have changed your life, and then you are impacting lives. So this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for this gentleman, and definitely this is the beginning of his journey, but this is not the end. This is the beginning of a bigger journey. So with that, I really appreciate your time and the knowledge, the contribution you have done over here. Thank you so much for making our setting the benchmark talk show in a different level. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, next week, thank you very much for being here. This show is only possible because you are here, right? So it's all about you. So next week we're gonna talk about one of our tech masters from our chapter. You don't want to miss it because he's going to talk about cybersecurity and some other areas as well. So please look out for us next Wednesday. So with that, Lien, any last thoughts, and then we can finish this.
Well, once again, thank you very much, Shuvo, for the opportunity. I really enjoyed being here as well. The only advice, the last thought that I want to give to everyone who's listening is love yourself, believe that you deserve success. If you change your mindset, success is guaranteed. There's nothing stopping you other than yourself. So don't stop yourself, break all those barriers, and go for your success. Thank you very much, Shuvo.
Great. So as Jim Rohn said, that don't think that there is no problem, but focus on yourself so that you can be bigger than the problem. So develop yourself to the point that problem is no longer a problem; it becomes an opportunity. So with that, thank you so much for being here. We will definitely see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, bro.
Thank
Thanks.
you.